Good morning, happy Tuesday. Welcome to another week of medical school. We still have quite a few things to do this week, but it's not nearly as many as last week, so I don't feel nearly as overwhelmed. I feel pretty good about this week. We got yesterday off for MLK Day, which was so nice, so I got to catch up on all of the physiology lectures and most of the biochem lectures, and those are the two big exams that we have this week. We have the OMM quiz this morning in like half an hour. I need to head out for that pretty soon, and then physiology exam tomorrow, OMM practical tomorrow, and biochem individual and team exam on Friday. So it's a little bit more spread out this week, and there's nothing big to prepare for next week. So I feel good. I feel okay about it. I feel optimistic, happy. I'm gonna have time to work out and everything this week, but for now we should head to campus for that quiz, so I'll catch up with you after that. Breaking out the full winter coat because it's literally -5 degrees right now. I had a naive hope that classes would be canceled, but no such luck. Alright, it's like 4:30 now, home and working through physiology. Layla is helping, very sweet. And I just got the email that our quiz from this morning is going to be rescheduled for 7:45 Thursday morning, which is so annoying. It was supposed to be at 8:30 this morning, and the fire alarm went off while everyone was logging on to the quiz, and some people got like all the way into it, but most people hadn't logged in yet, so we're just redoing it. Everyone left and we stood outside and it was freezing cold, and then after a few minutes we just went on to biochem, and now it's at 7:45 Thursday morning, which is not my favorite time of day to take a quiz, but oh well. For now I just need to get back to physiology. Thankfully he gives us a lot of practice questions, so I'm just working through those and my Anki, and hopefully we'll be ready for tomorrow afternoon. Alright, it's like 10 now. I am getting ready for bed. I had a very productive study evening though. I feel pretty satisfied by it. Did quite a few of the practice questions for physiology. Those actually went surprisingly well. I kind of knew what was going on, so I'm hoping that carries over into the actual exam. And then took a shower, did a lot of the phys Anki, practiced the OMM techniques on Jacob for that practical, which is at 8:34 random time tomorrow morning. The OMM practicals are always at like such specific intervals, and then they always go late, so I don't know why they don't schedule more time for them. But anyways, that one's at 8:34 tomorrow morning. I've set up to get a ride to campus really early so I can study for both of them with some friends on campus, but for now I'm going to head to bed and I will see you tomorrow. Hello, at about 6 p.m. Wednesday, January 22nd. I am really sleepy. Today has been kind of a long day and I didn't get a very good night's sleep. I was having like weird nightmares and like dreaming about reviewing and stuff, which doesn't help me sleep very well. So I'm feeling very tired now, but I'm about to get back into studying and do these biochem lectures. I just have 2 left to do to make Anki cards for before that exam on Friday. But yeah, it's been kind of a long day. The OMM practical I think went really well. I'm anticipating a pretty good score on that, and then the rest of my day was spent just kind of cramming for physiology and being so confused by EKGs and feeling like it just never clicked. This was the first concept in medical school that just would not make sense, and it wasn't like a quantity of information. It really was just that I could not get it to click in my head. So that was kind of frustrating, and I did fine on the exam. Not good, not even okay really, just exactly fine, which is kind of frustrating. But there's 2 more exams in physiology, so it'll balance out by the end. It's nothing like irreparable, just not my favorite. But anyways, we just have 2 biochemistry lectures left to get through before this exam on Friday, and then tomorrow I will mostly spend the day after our classes in the morning studying for this biochem exam and hopefully doing much better on it than the physiology one, really shooting for an A, but we'll see. But for now, let's get back to studying. Good morning, happy Thursday. Just waiting for the car to warm up before I head to this very early OMM quiz at 7:45. I'm still a little peeved it was rescheduled to this time. It would have been nice to do my morning routine one day this week, but it's not gonna happen. That's fine, we're making the best of it. I did also have the realization last week that this is still a hard week, and I'm not silly for finding this week difficult, because just because it's a little bit less than last week with 4 exams and 3 quizzes, this week is still 3 exams and a quiz, and that's still a significant amount of things to do, especially when 2 of the exams are physiology and biochem, which are certainly difficult subjects this block. But anyways, let's head to campus for the OMM quiz now. Wish me luck. Hello. It is like 8 p.m. now. Still have a good bit of biochem studying to do. I'm getting a little nervous, but I think it'll be okay. But today was a real mixed bag. The quiz this morning went really well, 5 out of 5, really happy about it. Going to lecture was good, finished the Anki for the next PSP quiz, went to physical exam skills lab and we learned how to do the first part of a neuro exam, which was really interesting. And then I had just like the worst tension headache, possibly migraine, because I was getting really nauseous and like vision was getting funny. So that took me out for just a little bit, but I do have about 400 biochem Anki cards left to do. So with the rest of my evening, I want to get those done, watch 2 of the lectures over things that confuse me, autosomal inheritance and cytokine signaling and stuff. I really don't get that lecture at all, so I want to finish biochem, watch those 2 lectures, do the end of note set practice questions, and then if there's time, which I'm kind of feeling like there probably won't be, I want to watch med school boot camp for some of these topics that confuse me, but maybe just watching the lectures will be enough also. But anyways, for now, let's get back to Anki. All right, we made it. We passed all of this round of exams. We have 0 exams next week, 2 quizzes, but that's like no big deal. And I'm very much looking forward to using this evening to just relax, recover, read my book. I've been reading The Secret History and really enjoying it. After the biochem exams, we did also have anatomy lab because why not have one more thing on the to-do list? And this unit we are working on cranial anatomy, which means that all of our dissections are focused on the head, which I have to be honest is kind of weird. It's kind of odd. I think the rest of the labs I've been pretty good at compartmentalizing and just focusing on learning, and there's been a couple of times where it just becomes so obvious that this is a real actual person's body. The first time was noticing that some of them had like fresh manicures, painted nails, and then yesterday was another time when we were dissecting this part of the face and saw their eyes for the first time, which felt odd, because most of the time the areas of the body that we aren't working on stay covered up to preserve them. And so yeah, it was kind of a big day yesterday, a little bit weird. I think most people felt pretty weird about this. If you're hearing this as a pre-med student and worried about it, everyone thought it was weird. It was a little uncomfortable, much more so than the rest of the labs. One person in my section even felt really lightheaded and had to be helped out of the room to sit down for a while. Yeah, no big point in sharing this, just being honest about my medical experience. It was kind of an odd lab day and quite an interesting way to wrap up these few weeks of exams. But this is kind of how we learn anatomy in medical school, and at the end of the day, it is still a major privilege to be able to learn in this way. But anyways, thanks so much for joining me for this week of so many exams again. I will see you in the next one.